The girl in the moonlight. She's there in the graveyard, the girl who was once your best friend. You can hardly recognize her. You gather the courage to bring her home, your heart thumping loudly against the quiet night. The moon casts a pale light on everything, turning the road a shade of silver. You can see her face reflected in the passenger window, brittle and fragile like a faded photograph. You want to turn away, but you can't. She's beautiful, even in this haunting state. Just 4 days ago, you had bought a shovel, convinced it would lift the weight of your broken heart. You had spent countless hours digging with raw determination, clawing at the earth until your nails were filled with dirt. You had not stopped to think what this meant for you, but all the while, you carried the burden of an unspeakable guilt. Adeline should not have been the one to leave this world, her laughter was meant to echo through the halls of time. The pain of that night, when everything went horrifically wrong, plays on repeat in your mind. Adeline had been there, a victim of a tragic accident, suffocating in the flames of a house that should have felt safe. The boys who were responsible had laughed it off, claiming ignorance, pretending to forget, but you knew. You had watched it all unfold like a slow-motion tragedy that had no ending. You bring her home, knowing the weight of loss now shape-shifting into something unbearable. Grief wraps around your heart like a vine, and you let it take hold. On your bathroom floor, you scrub and scour with fervor, trying to wash away the memories that cling like stubborn stains. The hot water scalds your skin, yet it feels rewarding. Adeline watches, her eyes telling stories of what used to be, full of life, of spice, of laughter. "It's okay," she says lightly, her voice a whisper mingling with the sound of running water. "I'm not in pain. I promise." Her reassurance feels empty, a frail echo of what you used to know. The words slip between your fingers like sand, and you feel the need to both embrace and reject the reality of her presence. Each moment spent with her is a mix of longing and heartache. When you finally sit with her on the sofa, both of you surrounded by the clutter of life, reality becomes a dissonant chord. You make tea, pour it into mismatched cups, the steam curling up like fragile memories. You sit cross-legged across from her, and for a moment, just a moment, it feels like nothing has changed. "Why do you keep looking away from me?" Adeline asks, her expression a mixture of sadness and curiosity. "I'm trying to see you," you respond, your hands twisting in your lap, desperate to bridge the gap that death created. "You can't truly see me this way," she says softly. "I'm not really here, am I?" Her laughter, once a melody, now hangs heavy in the air. You know her essence is still around, a flicker of the girl you once knew. You smile sadly, understanding that the heartache of her absence will forever hold you captive. In the silence that follows, you reflect on the lives you have lived. The laughter shared, the secrets whispered, and the moments that made each day worth living. The bond you had forged was unlike any other, woven through shared experiences that blurred the lines between friendship and something deeper. "Why me?" you finally ask, your voice shaking. "Why are you still here?" "I don't know," she replies, her brow furrowing slightly. "Maybe it's because you still have so much to say, so much to feel. You've got to find a way to be free, to love in a world where I'm not." Her words linger in the space between you, heavy with understanding. The realization washes over you that you were not meant to carry this burden alone. You can grieve and remember, but life must go on, even if it feels impossible to envisage a future without her at your side. "Thank you for talking to me," you whisper, your heart full of unshed tears. And just like that, she smiles, a genuine smile that melts into the shadows. "You'll be okay, Bet. Just remember the good times, and know I'm proud of you." For the first time since that fateful night, you feel a flicker of hope. The ants in your sugar bowl become insignificant in the grander scheme of things. The ghost of your best friend will always be with you, but it's time to allow her memory to encourage you to forge a new life. You take her hand one last time, holding tightly as if to anchor yourself against the tide of sorrow, then gently let go. You take a deep breath, feeling lighter. The night stretches before you, filled with promise, and a new day awaits. The sun rises slowly, spilling soft light into your room, chasing away the remnants of night. You wake with the memory of Adeline still warm in your chest, like a faded photograph you can't bear to throw away. The imprint of her presence lingers, but instead of crushing you, it feels like a gentle nudge, reminding you of the life you still have to live. The day passes slowly. You sip on tea while flipping through the pages of a book you once shared with Adeline. She used to tease you about your obsession with Gothic novels, but you remember how excited she was when you read her favorite passages aloud. Her laughter would echo through the air, a melody that now feels like an echo carried on the wind. As the afternoon light filters through your window, you note the dust motes dancing in the sunbeam. It makes you think of life, the tiny moments of joy that exist even amid sorrow. You resolve to take a small step towards finding that joy again. You start with a simple task, cleaning the clutter in your room. Lifting up old clothes and forgotten trinkets, you come across a small box filled with mementos of your friendship bracelets, movie tickets, and photographs that capture summers spent chasing sunsets and hearts full of dreams. Each item tugs at your heartstrings, a reminder of Adeline's laughter, her spirit, and the spark she brought into your life. With the sun sliding lower in the sky, you decide it's time to do something different. You put on the blouse Adeline loved, one that used to make her call you the pretty one. It feels comforting, almost like slipping back into a memory, and for the first time, you look in the mirror and see the girl you want to become, carrying the essence of your best friend forward. You step outside, breathing in the crisp air, allowing the world to embrace you. The park nearby is vibrantly alive with colors reflecting the change of seasons. Children laugh as they play, and the rustle of leaves overhead brings back fragments of carefree afternoons spent under the trees with Adeline. As you walk through the park, you feel an odd sense of connection with the world around you, every laugh, every smile a reminder that life continues, and it is beautiful in its fragility. You find a bench and sit, closing your eyes and letting the sounds envelop you. Memories of your adventures flood back, long bike rides, secret stargazing sessions, and whispered dreams about the future. Suddenly, a girl walks by, her laughter piercing through the stillness. She pauses and meets your gaze, offering a tentative smile. There's something familiar in her enthusiasm, a spark that reminds you of Adeline. Without thinking, you strike up a conversation about the nearby festival happening later this week. As you talk, you find yourself genuinely smiling, feeling the layers of your facade peel away. "Are you going to the festival?" she asks, her eyes bright. You hesitate for a moment, but then nod. "Yeah, I think I will. It might be fun." "Great. I'll be there too. Maybe we can hang out?" You exchange numbers, a small connection blossoming with each word. As she leaves, you realize the heaviness in your chest has lightened a bit. Little by little, you're starting to engage with the world again. That evening, as you prepare dinner, the rhythmic chopping of vegetables grounds you. You think about how every meal you once shared with Adeline was filled with laughter, and how, at each gathering, she'd insist on bringing the dessert. Inspired, you rummage through your cupboards and start to bake cookies, chocolate chip, just like she loved. The scents wafting from the oven fill your home with warmth, a blending of nostalgia and comfort. Later, as you sit on the floor with a warm cookie in hand, you take a moment to reflect. You think about Adeline and how she would want you to carry on, not with sadness but with gratitude for the time you shared. The echoes of her laughter no longer feel like a weight but a guiding light, urging you to honor her by embracing life's possibilities. The days turn into weeks, and you find yourself fully immersing in those possibilities. You go to the festival with the girl from the park, whose name is Maya. Together, you explore the booths filled with handmade crafts, colorful art, and the aroma of street food wafting through the air. Together, you laugh at the carnival games and dance to the live music. Adeline's absence is still felt, yet it transforms into a tender ache, as opposed to the suffocating pain it once was. You keep her memory close, a soft whisper in the back of your mind reminding you that love doesn't disappear with loss, it nurtures and fosters resilience. Under the glow of the festival lights, Maya squeezes your hand, and for the first time, you don't flinch. You remember the warmth of friendship and feel the possibility of something new unfolding in your heart. And in that moment, you look up at the stars shining overhead, feeling adrift but hopeful, knowing Adeline's spirit is there among them, guiding you toward the light. The festival lights flicker and twinkle like stars come down to earth, illuminating the joy and laughter that surrounds you. As the music swells, you and Maya dance, arms outstretched, hearts unshackled by the burdens of the past. Each beat of the drum resonates with the pulse of life that feels all too vibrant again. You know Adeline would have wanted to be here, to feel this sense of freedom, this return to whimsy and possibility. As the night deepens, you and Maya wander to a quieter corner of the festival, where a small stage showcases local talent. Musicians share their stories through song, and as the melodies weave through the air, you find yourself swaying gently to the rhythm. You close your eyes, letting the music carry you away, feeling Adeline's spirit dance with you in the primal connection of the moment. Maya glances at you with a sparkle in her eyes. "Do you want to sing?" she asks, throwing you a playful grin. Your heart races at the spontaneous idea. You and Adeline had shared countless impromptu karaoke sessions, belting out fierce ballads and giggling when you stumbled over the lyrics. With a teasing nudge from Maya, you agree reluctantly, surprising yourself as you approach the stage. A kind-hearted guitarist hands you a microphone, and your palms feel sweaty, but the thrill of the moment surges within you. You never would have dared to do this on your own, but somehow with Maya by your side, you feel emboldened. The crowd gathers around, a chorus of encouragement propelling you forward as you gaze into the audience and lock eyes with Maya. The first notes of the song begin to play, and you sing, imperfectly but passionately, pouring your heart into every word. It's a song you used to sing with Adeline, and now it feels like a tribute to her memory, a celebration of love that transcends even death. You catch the smiles in the crowd, something intoxicating flowing between you and the audience. As the song comes to a close, you're met with applause and cheers, and for the first time since Adeline's passing, you don't feel like you're living in a shadow. You feel alive, you feel like you again. Maya's beaming face is the cherry on top, and she rushes to you, wrapping you in a warm embrace. "I knew you had it in you," she exclaims, her enthusiasm contagious. The rest of the night passes in a blur of laughter, connection, and friendship. You sip on lemonades and share glowing stories of childhood dreams and fleeting crushes under the soft glow of fairy lights. You're reminded that you're capable of opening your heart again, that joy can blossom even alongside grief. By the time the festival begins to wind down, the air is thick with contentment and the night grows quieter. As you walk with Maya back to your car, the cool breeze on your cheeks feels refreshing, cleansing. "I had so much fun tonight," Maya says, her excitement palpable. "We should do this more often. I'd love to explore more of this with you." You smile, heart swelling with an unfamiliar lightness. "Definitely," you reply, feeling a small surge of something beautiful budding inside you. "I think I'd like that." Once you're both settled in the car, the moment falls into a comfortable silence. You turn to Maya, the weight of the evening pressing in, but it's a warm, kind of heavy. "Thank you," you say, your tone sincere. "For pushing me out of my comfort zone and reminding me what it feels like to live again." Maya looks at you, her gaze unyielding. "I see the light in you, Bet. Don't ever forget that, even when it feels dim." As you drive back home under a sky full of stars, you understand what Maya means. The grief will always be there, a thread within the fabric of your being. But it's woven together with laughter, memories, and love, a powerful reminder of who you were, who you are, and who you can be. Back at your home, you step out of the car and look up at the night sky one last time. The stars twinkle vibrantly, and somehow, you feel Adeline up there, her laughter merging with the music of the cosmos. You close your eyes, whispering softly into the night, "Thank you for everything." As you turn to walk inside, you realize that this is just the beginning. Embracing both joy and sorrow, you carry Adeline with you, not as a shadow, but as a guiding light. With each step into your new life, You promise to honor her memory and allow yourself to love, laugh, and live fully. And for the first time in a long time, you feel ready for whatever comes next.